Mike the Ref Maloney, Big Bad Boris on the call here tonight.
Let's go! Let's go!
Third! Super Kick Party! Yeah, pay the money for that. No one. And of course, you gotta get the Coffin skin. Hey, yo, 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 and away we go. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Mike the Ref Twitch channel with the AEW Sidecast today. Let's see if this worked. Sorry, folks, I had a little issue technologically here. I think my computer decided to overheat with something here, but I digress. Good to see everybody here today. It is July 10th, 2024. I will warn you right now, this is a very... my good friend here today is Towel. This is a towel I actually got for reffing a volleyball tournament in 2003, and obviously you can see by the markings on it. Damn Elgato. Anyway, you can see it. There you go. By the markings on it, you can tell that this has been from 2003. But we have hit 95 degrees Fahrenheit here today, so should be a hot one. I don't have AC. We'll see how things go. I was not going to miss this show for the world. It is the Owen Hart tournament finals from Calgary. Yes, I know it's Calgary. We all have our faults, but still, you know, it's going to be a good show tonight. We got lots to talk about tonight. Not only the finals between Brian Danielson and Hangman Page and Willow Nightengale and Mariah May, but we also got that all-star international four-way coming up tonight. We got we got the death of Chris Jericho tonight. Let's hope, as he takes on Samoa Joe in a stadium street fight, which, you know, they could literally, you know, murder, you know, murder's an option that's taken so lightly. But now, you know, sometimes it's just appropriate. Just saying. But, yeah, we're supposed to get a second Mercedes Mone, my apologies. A Mercedes Mone championship celebration because she won 2 titles. She gets 2 championship celebrations. Okay. We get to hear from Swerve Strickland. We also get to hear from Will Ospreay after MJF's comments last week. I don't know if we're getting MJF this week. We'll have to see what we get for the card here. I don't expect much for matches because I do believe that the 2 Owen Hart tournament finales are probably going to take up most of the time tonight. Hey, Zodiac, how you doing? Hope you're doing well today. Life in Florida must be great. We're getting Florida weather right now. Today is officially in Edmonton the 5th highest day here in history. We've just hit just over 90, I believe it's 95 degrees Fahrenheit, so... It was 43 2 days ago. Oh, Celsius. Yeah, we are currently at 35 degrees Celsius here. So I think it's 35.7 where we're at right now. And a dry heat. Yeah, it's... I will say this. Thank God I'm a streamer because the way that the blackout curtains work here for me has just been a godsend. Like, it's been hot, don't get me wrong, and like I said off the top of the show here, I have towel. I will use towel. But it has been relatively cooler in here than it has been outside, and I am so thankful for that. We're supposed to get a little bit lower tomorrow. 43 with humidity. The humidity's so bad, it felt like it was... Felt so bad, it was what it felt like when it was 34. Oh. All right. Yeah, I get you. No, I always forget where this humidity comes in because ours is a real dry heat here, so Our temperatures apparently go up a lot higher, but no, from what I've heard and what happened earlier today, we've had a lot of news go down today. Let's just call a spade here. We're also many miles south of you, so there's that, yeah. Typically around here, we're in the 80s, right around the 20-degree mark Celsius. And, yeah, this is a little extreme for us, but, yeah, the best news I could say out of everything that's come down today, besides Stephanie Vaquer getting paid, I believe there's a Delta out of Australia, another female wrestler signed to NXT. They announced today as well. Which, by the way, if they're announcing these 3 hours before one of AEW's big shows, don't tell me they're not trying to sabotage a bit. Bit of momentum. Shawn Michaels actually announced officially that Vaquer is going to NXT. So, yeah, she relinquished all her titles on Sunday. I think it was Sunday that she was at a show, CMLL show, and she renounced all her titles. Saturday they had... She actually missed Saturday she hit the show. Sunday... Yeah, way to thank AEW for the show. We're going to get a lot of that now, because don't forget, Dragon Lee is under that same border, right? Because Dragon Lee had his experience over here on AEW, and then you're going to get a lot of that coming up. Like, let's not even kid ourselves. It's a risk and a gamble that you take as a promoter bringing other talents in from other companies, that there is that potential that they could get signed by WWE if they have their good eye on them. But it also was confirmed this afternoon that MXM, Masay and Mansoor, have been signed to ROH. And Mansoor's already taken shots at Max Caster, which already puts him as a good guy in my book. The one announcement that hasn't been very loud, but I'm very happy about, they've actually had to open up the upper bowl here at the Calgary Saddle Dome for Dynamite tonight. So this is a double taping tonight of Collision and Dynamite. Because this is during the biggest festival here, but I applaud AEW for taking the risk, because WWE would never let outside talent have a major match outside of one of their PLEs. Absolutely. And Tony Khan isn't afraid. Here's the thing, Zodiac. This is what I tell everybody. All right, we didn't get Vaquer. We as in AEW. I don't think it matters as much. If you have a very strong roster, sure, it's great to get extras. But do you need to get those extras with the stacked roster you have? It's a luxury, but it is a necessity. I love the fact that the two most loyal New Japan fans around are the first two girls to get featured on Dynamite right off the bat. But yeah, like, I love the fact that AEW's got their talent, WWE's got theirs, NXT's loading up because they're going CW. Ospreay's got to wait 10 minutes so the crowd can stop cheering for him, which I know Andre's really jealous right now. Hey, Vic, how you doing tonight? We got the Ospreay on the screen. We got extra seats loaded up in Calgary.
I've heard rumors that you are one of the most insecure men in pro wrestling.
Ooh, insecure.
Because a guy like Daniel Garcia earns every opportunity that he gets. And the moment that he starts creeping up on MJF's popularity, he does whatever it takes to stop it.
Oh, Calgary is absolutely lit. Like, they're in the middle of a festival right now, Vic.
The tombstone pile driver.
Oh,
Daniel Garcia is still at home now with no feeling in his arms and no idea when he's going to come back to pro wrestling, even if he does come back to pro wrestling. And you want to blame the people.
so Calgary actually opened up some extra seats tonight for this in the upper balcony.
For opening up and being vulnerable towards them. You've been open and you've spoken about your ADD. Bruv, I've got ADHD and it doesn't give me an excuse to be a little prick.
Ha! Oh, I love Ospreay. I love this.
Listen, right? I've only had a few interactions with MJF and I can already tell you don't like me. And I think I know the reasons why. Reason number one, that bidding war of 2024 didn't really go your way because Tony Khan would rather spend his money on gas that will elevate AEW rather than bury it.
Wow. Wow.
Reason number two, apparently I am a talentless hack. Alright, you're welcome to that opinion, but last time I checked, I'm in Calgary, yeah?
Okay.
Very well educated, smart pro wrestling fans.
Well, let's not go too far here.
I've got more talent in my left nut than you do in your entire body, bruv.
Wow. Putting over the Calgary fans. I'll put them over a little bit. There's some Edmonton fans down there, so we'll call it left nut chant. Oh, God. It's going to be one of those nights, I think.
The main reason you don't like me is because I remind people what the identity of AEW is meant to be. I represent
Whoa.
the foundation of this place.
Okay.
You came swanning back after your injury and you had a tattoo on your calf with AEW. Bet on yourself. But if he was really honest, it would say AEW all about myself, you
Ha!
selfish little prick.
Alrighty. This is going to be so lit in London.
You only care about yourself. And I'll be honest with you guys, I feel that the moment I step foot in AEW, I've been cleaning up after someone else's mess, and I found the guy that I need to clean up after.
Stay. Stealing Kenny Omega's gimmick here.
Respect this, Max. Trust me. Trust me. The whole act, right, is you're a scumbag. Some people are going to cheer it because you're their scumbag, and I welcome it because that's the best version of MJF, and it's been the same old shit for about 5 years now.
Yeah.
But it's still the best version of you, right? I welcome it and allow me to show you that level of the devil is ground floor and I'm on the top floor skyscraper, bruv.
Just burying him left, right, and center here. I love this.
This time, I'm not in England grieving after my nan passed away. I'm here in Calgary and I'm after a fight. So if you're back there, get your ass back here. Let's handle this up.
This could be a Cal's family moment, I think.
Disagree with anything that Ospreay said in his assessment of MJF.
Uh-oh. MJF's not going to come out.
He's dropped the mic, he's dropped his belt, he's ready to go. It's Ospreay.
He's not coming out.
Where is MJF?
Or else he's coming through the crowd, one or the other.
Stop playing this game, Excalibur. You all know MJF isn't here today. Why else would Will Ospreay call him out?
No Taz and no...
But I'm better than you,
Whoa!
and you know it.
McGee, thank you. 28 months. Thank you for the subscription. Appreciate you and appreciate everything that you do, my friend. Get to see MJF and Will Ospreay on my screens to start out Dynamite is always a good thing.
You thought I was gonna come out there. No, Will. These people don't deserve the privilege of being that close to my greatness.
He looks like he's in a cattle corral right now, doesn't he?
I think we can all agree I deserve better than that. Now, William, I've beaten every one of their favorites that they thought were top guys, and guess what? They all fell beneath my feet. You think you're different? You know what you are, Will?
I like the way this is shot, though.
You're a flavor of the month. I'm a flavor of the millennia. I don't have to murder myself to get them interested in me. I just have to speak. You wrestle not for yourself, but for them. You're their little dancing toy monkey. Eventually,
Oh, God.
watch you play your thimbles and realize they've seen your routine. They'll grow tired of it. And then they're going to throw you out in the trash just like they tried
Is it...
to do to me. Difference is, I'm not replaceable. You on the other hand? They're going to move on and call the next flippy guy the best in the world. I've only been in this sport for 10 years.
The next flippy guy. Hey, Ricochet's around.
Great wrestlers are a dime a dozen. Here today, gone tomorrow. I'm a generational talent. And if you get in the ring with me, you will be
Balls.
exposed. So you want to wrestle me tonight? You want MJF tonight?
No, you ain't getting it tonight.
I'm not like you, Will. I don't wrestle for fun. I don't wrestle for their amusement. I wrestle for a purpose and the betterment of all elite wrestling.
I could see this be... This is we're going to set up for the title right now. Wembley.
Say next week, MJF versus Will Ospreay for the International Championship.
Next week.
That way, for the first time in your career, you ain't gonna be wrestling for stars, Will. I'll be punching you in the face until you start seeing them.
There's no way I see MJF win this title on next Wednesday. Sucks that they're not going to be there tonight, but Calgary does get 4 hours of wrestling tonight, though.
Max, I'll see you next week, you little bitch.
All right, well, we got our hook for next week. Does MJF join the Cal's family? No. No, they need to find a way to establish Roosh in that family. My God, we got a minute 18 until we get Danielson Hangman first, which means we're getting Willow and Mariah Main. All right, can we call this a win? Willow and Mariah main eventing one of the big Dynamites tonight. Especially after the news that came down and everybody's doom and glooming about AEW here. With Stephanie Vaquer signing with WWE and now apparently Delta from Australia. I'm not familiar, but everybody that I talked to says she's an absolute killing machine. So they basically have a three-headed monster coming into NXT. I'm more worried about the NXT roster than the WWE roster for the women because outside of maybe two feuds, they can't book shit up on that main roster right now for the women. So, but yeah, we're gonna get a good match to start off here. You know what? We don't do this too often. You know what? I was gonna say, do we put the bets up? I don't think we need to here. Right now, WWE signing whoever they can, but they will end up with too many in the roster and they'll get Britt. Well, possibly. I like that Jeff's not getting any music. He's just standing by the trophy. Happened at AEW. It's not like it won't happen here. Yeah. What's with the... All right. The shiny silver scales on it. That looks more like Hitman I've seen. Can't expect Dakota Kai to stay there forever with her hiring spree. Yeah. Feel we've gotten to All In so fast. Yeah, it's only, what, 8 weeks away? No, there are certain wrestlers who won't be coming back, but I think it's going to be... They're doing it a lot quieter now. Like, I don't know if you heard about the Damon Kemp release of contract. Rather than outright letting these guys go, they're just not renewing contracts for a lot of them. And they're not doing it in groups, so it doesn't make the pages as much. Despite hires and spite wins are going to get worse than they already are. Absolutely. You see this nice little bit of story here from... this little bit of story here from Hangman. Because Hangman put out that promo this week. If you haven't seen it, go to his X account and take a look at it. But Hangman honestly believes he is the hero of this story, and he has a very good case for it. Like, Swerve came into his house, basically assaulted his kid, and then all of a sudden he had to leave, the wife left because of wrestling, got back on the bottle because of it. I could see where he's justified in his thinking. Wouldn't it make sense to let him expire than terminate him early? Because I thought you got to pay out when the contract early, no? Depends on the contract. We have, like, for example, Stephanie Vaquer, CMLL has a policy if a North American promotion has a deal for one of their wrestlers, they just let them go. When it comes to WWE, yes, TKO makes a lot of sense, but not. The big thing about letting their contract expire is the fact they don't have to advertise it. Because it's simply not making a paycheck. We're not going to make another paycheck, so we'll just forget about it. I like Ethan Page, but that was not a good decision to put the title on him early. Well, CMLL's got a point of... Sorry, I know we're bouncing between 2 points here, and I'll get to the Ethan Page one in a second here. But when it comes to CMLL, do you want somebody on your roster not making a lot of money and not happy when they know they can make more money somewhere else? The hope is you get the exposure, you get the notoriety. People hear that you're coming from CMLL, they will check out CMLL and they'll grow that way as well. It's a theory of most independent wrestling promotions if they're really smart. Your job is to develop the top talent of wrestling. And when they get on those bigger shows, you get to be known as the place that housed these people, right? Like, look at, you look at Reality of Wrestling and how they advertise. I know it's Booker T store, don't get me wrong here, but the fact that they advertise Roxanne Perez being from there. So people look at it, and then they see wrestlers like Gigi Ray in there, local person. That's why I give her props. And she has the opportunity to. She gets an extra spotlight on her because somebody else made it somewhere else. It's happened so many times. PWG, Evolve, GCW used to be nothing until, people started. Nothing as in not shown as a very good. Shout out to Lance Storm here with the crab. Got to pull out all the Calgarian stuff here. But, yeah, like, you look at a GCW roster, you look at even at a Ring of Honor. A lot of people didn't know about that until Tyler Black showed up at NXT, right? Unless you were involved in TNA or whatnot. So, and McGee, for your comment there, I don't think it's the worst choice to put the title on Page. Because I think with Williams, it is better for the chase than it is than be the champion. I just wish it would have taken a little longer before they decided to do anything like that. So I'm with you on that. The way they did it was masterful. It was straight out of, I believe it was Fatal 4-Way 2007 with Michaels and Cena and whatnot. It's also a way MJF won a Limitless promotion title. Do you love how Paige was out there to congratulate Paige? Yeah. It all works. Once again, I do think that not everybody has got this big war amongst themselves that a lot of people think there is. I definitely think there is a war between promotions. Yeah, and sorry, getting back to Zodiac's comment here. If you didn't hear, Rio's been diagnosed with a broken arm because she fractured it in the middle of the match. That's why she looked so off on Saturday. I don't feel bad about my thoughts on the match. I do feel bad for her for what happened. So I feel she'll come back. She'll get back in a decent way just when she comes back, and just move it on up. We'll see who's in the roster when that happens. So what's the main event tonight? I'm guessing it's going to be Willow Nightengale, Mariah May. If they're putting this match on first, it only makes sense. So we got Claudio Fletcher, Pac, and Ishii in a international 4-way tonight. Still haven't seen Collision since I was Money in the Bank, which was hit and miss live. It was serviceable. Had some good matches. The Beast Mortos and Claudio was absolutely spectacular for what you would expect in that spot. Hangman and Jay White was great, except for the finish, which basically brought out Christian Cage to cause interference. Christian Cage brought out Spear Jay White, giving Hangman the pin. I'm not spoiling anything because the damn match is right now, the follow-up for it. A bad match is a bad match, which it was. Frost did her best. The one person I wish they would really start pushing is Lady Frost. Like, if you don't know the story behind Lady Frost actually had a WWE tryout, and she fell into the same category as Taya Valkyrie. She was told that she was too old. Just straight up. They said, you're in your 30s, we're not going to take you. Then Valkyrie went out and proved herself and got herself signed. But what? She got into one match, if that, before she got released. But honestly, now that I think Frost has basically just turned around and said, no more, I'm not putting up with this stuff. And just gone on a social media tear lately talking about how good she really is. And the problem is she's backing it up. I mean, that's a good problem to have. If you're going to open your mouth and you're going to say that X and Y are happening, you better prove it, and you are. And for the most part, Frost, like, she deserves a run with something. Like, the damnedest shame right now is the fact that Athena's out 4 to 6 months, but hasn't relinquished the ROH Women's title. So what kind of shenanigans are we getting tonight? I still say Nigel's the shenanigan. Oh, we got color early. That was just a couple minutes in. Think it's still early for Nigel? I think at the end of the match we get Nigel involved. And Nigel costs Danielson the victory. That's where I go with this. Oh, God bless Nigel some days.
Again, your jealousy is running amok here. And I get it. I know you and Brian Danielson had 4 of the greatest matches I've ever seen, Nigel. And I understand it.
They're even talking about him now, the title matches.
Talking about the present right now. I'm concerned about Brian Danielson. I really am. As you should be. But he's won 22 of 25 matches with a bad neck, with an injury. He's been red.
He's 22-2-1 if my record reminds me here.
Is at the point to where he thinks he can't go on, he'll rise to the occasion. I mean, think of what Danielson did to get to this point in the finals. He beat 2 men of immense quality in Shingo Takagi and the
Like that Shingo Takagi match, that was absolutely pretty insane here at Forbidden Door. Then Pac was a technical cover to get the victory. Dynamite 250 next week. All right, we got our main event there.
Dynamite 250 is going to be phenomenal. I can't wait. Next week we'll be in Little Rock, Arkansas, live for that event.
It's going to be interesting to see where the differences they come from. Calgary, Alberta, where wrestling is like king, to Little Rock, Arkansas, where nothing is king. Could break his arm right now if he really wanted to. Of course, he's got to get to the ropes.
The long legs of Hangman Page allowing him to get the rope break. Danielson, though, he typically likes to hold on to the 4 on that 5 count. Maybe fatigue is setting in because of the punishing tournament schedule. Looks like it. Rubber legs.
Really excited for this match here. This is the way things are going. Things are unwinding here. Sorry, I get a little entrailed for a second there. Maybe it's the heat getting to me. I don't know. For those that are coming in late here, in Fahrenheit, we reached 95 today in a dry heat. So, been trying to hide my way and fight my way through it without any AC here. So, we've been a little tight here today. So, it's... But thanks, everybody, for stopping by once again. So what's Jarrett doing now? Is he coming down the ringside already? What did Jarrett have to do there? It's been 1,000,000 degrees here in Ontario today, and I had no front door for most of it. No new door installed. Nice. No, here in Alberta, it is plus 35 right now. Oh, God. Hangman just got crushed on his head. It is officially the 5th warmest day in the history of Alberta today. So, personally, I just don't like to think about it, so I just keep going. I wonder what happened to Jarrett there for a second. How's the grid doing? How do I put this? The grid was on alert on Monday. Yeah, because while I was recording, I saw that come out after. You saw that post I put up. Other than that, it's been holding up pretty well. But yeah, between 4 and 7, there's the possibility of blackouts, so. Jarrett didn't make it to stop the 3 count. Oh, God. So, it's funny when we're talking about these missing 3 counts. First of all, we got Tongaloa completely botching that 3 count on his debut. First thing that he does in the company, he fudges that up. Then you got Damian Priest, where we still think that the music is supposed to kick in, but nobody's ever going to tell us the truth. They say Damian was supposed to kick out and he didn't, and I don't think it's fair to put it on him on that part, because it really doesn't look like he was. It didn't look like he was supposed to kick out. Realistically, as a champion, he should, but I think it was just a big. Don't think it was Priest fall. Yeah, like Triple H tried to put it under his bus a little bit, but I won't. I don't think any of us will. This is why Vince had the shoot ref count policy. From what I heard, the WWE has that now. Like, it hasn't changed. Just referees refuse to follow it. Triple H is the worst at press conferences. Yeah, like, I will give him credit, though. This time he was asked about the Janelle Grant thing, and he just simply said no comment, which that's what you're supposed to do there. And kudos to Brandon Thurston for actually asking about it still. I know people are saying, why do you bother talking about it? You know you're not going to get anything. You talk about it to make sure that it's still in everybody's mind that, yeah, no, we haven't forgot about this. It's called journalism. It's not called fan talk. Granted, a lot of the people that were there for media were basically just fans to a new level. And it gets me a little upset these days. Like, hey, Cameron. How you doing, sir? Hope you're doing well. Hope the strikeouts are aplenty right now. And the dingers are definitely doable. See, I can do a little bit of alliteration once in a while. So we're supposed to see get an appearance by Swerve tonight. I guarantee you that's the end of this match. Now, I think we're only going to get 3 matches here tonight. 4 matches, sorry, before they're announced. Chilling in Florida right now for a tournament. We play at TD Stadium. Oh, the trading complex here. That's cool. Hope you're a little more effective than the Blue Jays are right now. Oy, that was ugly. Well, yeah, we're just chilling here with a little AEW Dynamite here. An absolutely excellent Owen Hart match here. Owen Hart tournament final here. To Brian Danielson and Hangman Page. Hey, Blue Jay, thank you. Yeah, for those that didn't hear, I did actually make a, I made a return to the Remember the Game podcast this morning with Oh my God. We'll get back to that. Jesus! Hangman Page goes for a complete flip. Looks like he's going to hit the AJ Styles reverse DDT. It just turns it right into a pile driver. Jesus. But yeah, I was on Remember the Game today with talking a little Street Fighter the movie, which once again, I made Wednesday, Tuesday, because that's the most important part of life. Graced everybody's life, making it the most important day of their life. Didn't pitch today, went 2 innings, gave up 3. We're playing 18U, so they were hitting me. Fair enough. Didn't pitch good today. You know what? It happens. At least you're pushing yourself. That's the key thing. That's a classic movie, right? I absolutely love it. Like, I have it on DVD. I have the collector's edition, like I mentioned there. And, yeah, it's a lot of fun to watch, and I really enjoyed it. I actually was going to pull up my VHS if it wasn't so damn hot here. I have the 94 animated movie on VHS. I was going to watch that last night after. Granted, I was going to stream yesterday, but it was too damn hot to even do that. Zodiac, I'll get your comment here, then I got to talk about that. Still don't get why you have shoot press conference after the pay-per-views. I kind of hate it. Would love real presses, of course, but I think immediately after the show should be kayfabe. The wrestlers are in character, so should the quote-unquote press. All right, first of all, the reason they have post-show press conferences because AEW started doing them. That's just, as soon as AEW started doing them, then WWE decided they were going to start doing them after the show, too. That was the last Raul Julia last move? Yeah, absolutely it was. But one thing I have to say right now, like, fans need to realize that, you know, you need to get some new life in here, but you need a different perspective in many things. One of my favorite watch-along streamers, if you haven't mentioned here, her name is Wheezy Blonde. She does NXT Raw and SmackDown here on Twitch. She actually got to be a part of the Money in the Bank post-show with Sean Ross Sapp. And that chat absolutely roasted her because she wasn't one of the newsies, right? One of the regular News Associate people, and it really did hurt her. She actually admitted on her stream about it, and to me, I think people need to realize that there is a role for people like us here. Like, I don't kid. I'm not media. I used to be. Somebody's got to throw the towel for Danielson here. Yeah, wrestling fans can be great, but wrestling fans can be horrible as well. All right, this is like such an evil move. That's gonna hurt like hell right now. Taking off that K-tape. A guy tried to fight you Saturday for not liking Tiffy. People take wrestling way too seriously these days. That's one of the big things I think we get here. Like, I get wrestling. I enjoy it. I actually at the time took it way too seriously too. So I get it. Oh God, there it is. Psycho knee. Said that to him. I was like, it's wrestling. Relax. So people, wrestling is life and death. It all depends what else you have. Like, life's all about balance, right? You got to have certain, it's the ups and downs, the highs and lows. Cry, Brian. Good old. But yeah, if all you have in your life is wrestling, then you're going to take it way too seriously. It's not going to be good for you. When everybody says go touch grass, I really do mean it. Everything in moderation except for Jericho, which should have nothing. So Jericho actually thinks he can contribute a absolutely spectacular match whenever he wants. Not consistently, but he can. Oh, God. Oh, God. Here we go. Ref out. Ref dead. Oh, here comes Jarrett. He's got to break this up. Shenanigans. Oh, as soon as he starts choking out, of course, Jarrett's going to get involved this way. Why does Jarrett have, like, zero power now that he's not, like... If he was reffing, then... Or if he was wrestling, he would get shoved over like that. With the belt still around his neck. Oh, this is amazing here. Oh, picked up. Go for the dead eye. See, that's how you do a 2 count. These referees don't know how to scoop up right. Jarrett's got to show him some lessons here. Oh, Jarrett's getting in position. Reverse lariat. He's not checking him out. He's getting the belt off his neck. No, he wants it left on. I love that little scoop too. Now you tell me that they could use this crowd when they're chanting "Fight Forever." You couldn't record that and put it in the game. His arm's still going. I love this. Because Jeff doesn't use the same technique as most referees. Oh my God! Hangman's gonna go absolutely nuts. How many people here actually thought that Danielson was going to win this? You really can't go wrong with either story here, but now Hangman doesn't get a chance to go after Swerve. Get back on them. Oh, no. So we're getting Danielson Swerve. I got a feeling we're going to get a title match before then. What? Swerve. This is a real cool moment. It is Danielson's last year, so it makes a lot of sense that they do this right now. You notice Nigel hasn't said a damn word? This was definitely the main event. You know what? I'm glad that they're giving the women the main event here tonight. Especially with everything that's been going on today. About crapping all over what's going on with... This is also something I can't stand. Martha Hart with a microphone. Make it quick. Don't stretch this out.
It is with great pleasure that I award the Owen Cup to Brian Danielson. Brian, we'll see you at Wembley Stadium in London, England for your title shot.
Good. Make it quick. Make it simple. As we hit the commercial break here on our end. Ah, good old Nigel. Not my champion. So yeah, they're advertising Swerve and Danielson. Okay. Not exactly the most, like... Well, this didn't take long. No dance today, guys, by the way. I'll probably pass out if I do any extra movement. Why are they all wearing... Why are they all wearing cowboy hats? Thought it was Canada. This is the Stampede. This is... The largest rodeo in the world is actually happening here this week in Calgary. And it is one of the largest... let's just say it has a very... Yeah, Alberta is Canada's Texas. I'll give you that. Not for good or bad or otherwise. I think it's the best way to put it. All right, as we hit our full commercial break here. But yeah, great match to start off the show with. Like I said, the women have a lot to live up to in the main event here tonight. And yeah, this was a great week to put this on. Just because, well, the Saddle Dome can't hold anything these days normally. So, and the fact that they got a chance to open up all the extra seats for the show tonight. If you didn't hear, approximately 2 o'clock this afternoon, they opened up the far side upper balcony because they only had a couple hundred tickets left. So they wanted to have, they expected a huge walk-in crowd, which you would expect for the fact that, number one, it's 4 hours of wrestling. Number two, AEW tickets are relatively cheap day of show. And number three, it's someplace to get near the AC. So... if you're able to do that as well, it's always a bonus, right? But yeah, we got some. We still got some good matches coming up here. We're almost an hour in. Like they took what, half hour, 45, not 45 minutes, but they took at least half an hour for that match. Because the Ospreay promo was like close to 10. And then they had about 30 here for the men's. We still got 2 more matches and then the women's. So give them 15 apiece for the next 2. As long as Joe's going to kill Jericho, I would love to take that about 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 50 minutes. Just to see Jericho suffer. But yeah, it's... the women have a lot to go up to here. He gosh darn better squish Jericho. Well, the thing is, we're going to get the shenanigans with everybody extra. The thing that would pop me is if Bret Hart came out and gave him a shot. Nothing crazy, but just give Jericho a shot in the face. Because Bret is definitely active now in Calgary. A lot of people don't realize that, but he is. He's not an active wrestler, but he is an unofficial official promoter down in Calgary right now with Dungeon Wrestling. If you want to check him out on the Blade Goldberg for saying, he really doesn't do that. He does it for the TV. He does it when people say that they need to hear it, kind of thing. So, if you need to check out Dungeon Wrestling, it's Dungeon YYC on the old X machine. So now we get to hear Swerve for 10 minutes. So that leaves us with 2 matches before the 2 matches and a double title celebration.
I stood on that stage not more than a week ago, staring across from Will Ospreay, looking at this man eye to eye, and you know what he told me?
Need to get you that bloody face Swerve shirt.
The best in the world is who holds this world champion.
I am ordering some stuff from Shop AEW, but that won't be the list of that.
So I had to silence that.
I'm probably gonna get the Bucks new Tekken crossover shirt.
Now that I defeated Will Ospreay,
I might even pick up the Ospreay jersey if it's available.
and you're still looking at the AEW World Champion.
But frankly, a lot of the merch that AEW's come up with lately is just bleh.
Congratulations to Brian Danielson for winning the Owen Cup. It's going to be a true honor and a privilege facing you in the main event of All In at Wembley Stadium later this year. But I'm still not over the fact that you hold a pinfall victory against me, Brian.
Grabbed the KO shirt SmackDown after he talked about his mom. Yeah, I have that KO shirt as well. I was wearing a KO the Just Keep Fighting shirt
We're at 2 different points in our careers now.
on Saturday during the Sidecast. Which, by the way, shout out to WWE. I don't give them enough credit enough. I said a dispute about the copyright claim on Monday, and Sunday after. Yeah, it was Sunday night. I said the dispute to YouTube. Which, if you don't know how that works, any dispute you send in, it has to be reviewed by the person you're saying the dispute for. WWE decided to lift the block on it, the copyright block on it, because I was doing what everybody else does. Oh, there you go. That's how you get Hangman as the 5th member.
On Team AEW. A fitting spot for the AEW World Champion. Now, like I said, you do not make a Team AEW and offer the AEW World Champion a spot on that team. So I'm going to lead this team. I'm going to step
WWE did for the
just one.
because I was playing Money in the Bank on my TV while
Defeat Will Ospreay.
like you guys can hear AEW sort of in the background right now. WWE in their auto detects found this audio and put a claim on it on the YouTube channel. Because I always put our replays of our sidecast up on the YouTube after we're done.
We're now in the dynasty era, right? And there's been 3 men that were appointed the lead of the dynasty. First and number 1, yours truly, Swerve Strickland.
Next time, I think I might switch it around to put WWE on my monitor and then AEW on my TV. I won't have to worry about it.
The Continental Champion, Kazuchika Okada. So how about we do this? I offer you a challenge, Okada. You versus me, and the world champion will really show you how to make it rain. Bitch.
Ha! So we're getting Swerve versus Okada next week?
I'll see you at All In London, Brian. And this I firmly promise you, this will be your final countdown. Whose house?
I don't know. Does Swerve get as many cheers with the Danielson story coming up? That's the only thing I worry about when it comes to this matchup here. It's not that it's not going to be a good match. It's going to be an amazing match between those two. But we got... You damn well better make sure that's the main event tonight. Nah, Danielson gets all the cheers. That's what I think. And that's why I think it might be a little tougher to sell tickets at this point. Like, I don't mind it. Like, hell, I'm going to enjoy the hell out of that match. It's just... Two-Face is always weird. If they want Swerve to get more over, it should have been Hangman. Yeah. But here's where Tony Khan's thinking. I'm not going to get another shot at this. I'm not going to get another shot to give Danielson a main event at Wembley. Not that he cares, but he deserves. I think is the best way to put it. Because Danielson said he's retiring at the end of the year. Oh, good. The street fight's up next. Good. We can see... Time for murder. Let's get a murder. Let's... I want this to set up perfectly right now. Mark booking, but hard to blame, though. Yeah, like... I'm giving Tony Khan a complete pass on this stuff because of what he did with Sting. Like, I don't know if you could treat a veteran any better than they did with Sting in terms of retirement. The booking wasn't overdone, but it was done well enough that you shut it off right when you need to shut it off. It's not like Jericho where he's going a lot further than what he should be doing. I like the similarities between Danielson's retirement and Cena's now upcoming retirement. You know what? There is a lot of ways you can think about that too. Like, there is a possibility that Cena might end up getting his 17th at Mania. And knowing how petty that WWE's been getting, I could almost expect it. But I gotta ask something, chat. It's like I'm wondering about. Have you seen Woo Energy advertisements up this week? Is that like done? I'm sure TK's giving Danielson whatever he wants right now too. This is what he wants. He'll let him have it. I think he's going to make sure Swerve gets over. I think Flair's pushing his weed now. Okay, that would make sense why he wouldn't be advertised now. I'm sort of glad that I took down that sub goal for that. I'd like to get another sub goal up there, but I just got to figure out what to do. Oh, and speaking of things to do here, just fizzling it out for you guys. I did announce on my Remember the Game appearance today. I am actually working on my first produced video on the gaming channel. not just a play along, an actual produced video with the 5 things I'm looking forward to most coming up here in terms of fighting games. So if there's anything that you want included on that list that you think is coming great with fighting games coming forward, let me know, and I'll see if I can, at least if I'm not going to completely include it, I'll at least make it an honorable mention. And if you guys have any other topics that you want me to talk about, right now I'm looking at approximately 1 video a month. This month's video is the aforementioned fighting game video, where I hope to have that out the week of Evo. I would like to talk about balls. Well, maybe that'll be an April Fool's video. The best balls. Oh, God. The Acclaimed Daddy Ass present 2 times. Max Caster's mustache scares me, yeah. I would definitely say that at this point. Pretty much everything about Caster scares me. For the record, I would love you guys to check out, if you haven't seen it today, some of the good news for AEW. They actually officially signed Mason Mansoor to ROH. And Mansoor continued on by absolutely ripping Max Caster in a rhyme today. Nice little rap on his X account. So if you want a hilarious rap to watch, check that out. All right. This is great. Next. Oh, yeah, that was a little much. That was a little much. They were great till about the last 30 seconds.
What the hell was that?
I think this was quite appropriate on both ends right now, not just because we have a Jericho match coming. Oh, I want Joe to absolutely murder this kid. Even if this was like pre-taped, I'd love to see it. The Acclaim should join the learning tree.
No, please, no.
I'll give it one exception. Is if the whole learning tree ended up on the unemployment line. Or better yet, trade Max Caster for the other 2 members of the learning tree, Brian Keith and a Big Cass, and then kick the entire learning tree out, whatever's left. Wait, Acclaim, Wisdom Tree? Oh, God. No Big Bill? I don't know. Maybe he's going to show up out the back. Could explain a few things. Hey, Mike. Hey, guys. Oh, shit. I just want to see Jericho. Like, how much cartoony stuff are they going to go through in this match? No Taz tonight. No Big Bill tonight.
far back there. There is no cause, there is no reason to do that to another human being. Of course, we are joined here at commentary by Nigel McGuinness here tonight because Chris Jericho lobbying Matthew Nicholas Jackson, saying his safety, if Taz was left in the building, Chris Jericho's safety would be...
So Nigel's here because of that?
One more for the good guys.
United Empire 157, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the Players Pit. Enjoy the food, enjoy the company. Watch out for the punch. I think McGee spiked it here still. Tests are still upcoming. They keep coming up inconclusive. Yeah, great to have you here. And hey guys. The punch is fought. You're still. There's this thing called natural immunity. I believe if you watch The Princess Bride, you'll understand that. When they were having that test of wits in the Princess Bride, which, by the way, if you haven't seen that, you were just thinking that. Hey, Big G, we're all on the same page here. We might be on different books sometimes, but absolutely great movie. Joe's like, no, I'm taking care of everybody one at a time here. I don't think you know what that word means. Never miss with a Sicilian pizza. They're delicious. Inconceivable. Oh, that's great. You know what? I gotta see if. Here's a question: if I can find some movies like this, like The Princess Bride. I know the Street Fighter movie is actually on Amazon Prime, so we could do this. Would you guys be interested in like a watch along where you, if you have an Amazon Prime membership, you could actually watch along with us? Like watch along with me, and I'll be like, inconceivable. I can't get the list down right. What's he? Oh God, Jericho went with the horseshoe. Definitely do a watch along. Hey, you know what? Might have to do that one of these nights, just because. The way it actually works is you actually get the video on your screen normally, and I would be situated right above the chat. Maybe we'll do that for like a Sunday night or something just to chill out a bit. Eat your stupid horseshoes. Now, I got a question for you, chat. Were those horseshoes directly out of Jericho's rear end? Horseshoes are not that bad. Realistically, a horseshoe, depending which way the metal sits. Oh, God. What did Nigel just say? And of course, Jericho's going right for the nuts. They have prongs at the tips. Yeah, it depends which way they're flipped, right? Nigel just talked about Tony's marital life. You have prongs at the tip? That's why she won't leave. They're actually going to do a potential finish picture-in-picture. That tells you how much they care about the walls of Jericho here. Unless they're going to pull an Orange Cassidy and just have it on our break. And just have the tap out on the break, right? So we still got that Superstar 4-way, and we also have the Mercedes Championship Celebration ×2 tonight. On top of our main event here. Which I really do hope that Britt Baker comes out and interrupts this one as well. Whoa!
But I'm better than you.
And you know it!
Mr. Walker! Well, isn't this a fight? Howdy do. Howdy do, Insa. Hope you're doing well here and hope life's treating you great. Dynamite from Calgary's been a lot of fun tonight. So far, we've had Brian Danielson win the men's Owen Hart tournament as he defeated Hangman Page in a 30-minute classic. I think I sweat 30 pounds away today. I'm somewhat in the same boat. I have a towel with me during stream here today. I've been lucky. I've been off today. I'm off tomorrow, which, by the way, we will be streaming early tomorrow because usually the hottest part of the day is around 4 o'clock locally. So want to try and get in here and let's get that Master Sword before the temperatures really get hot here. Then I could just shut off the computer for the afternoon. Because, yeah, tomorrow we'll be here with Tears of the Kingdom. We just finished getting the 5th Sage. Now we got to go find the Deco Tree. We got to... the biggest streamers have towels next to them. Not for sweat, though. Aww. I am not one of those kind of streamers, sir. But I will say I was tempted to go without a shirt today for stream. Then I realized it's against TOS and general decency. There you go, McGee. Attaboy. One thing I always find about Joe in these matches, if you did that, maybe I would need to. No, which one do I want to use on the? I don't even have the. Oh, here we go. I see something of a bit of a panic about those kind of comments. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Let me clarify that, but I was just gonna say I need to send you some eyeglass cleaner that if that's the case. So, oh, and McGee, don't forget. Jericho went with the flying nothing, and Joe just said nope. So I will give a shout out to Jericho, a little bit of credit here. He did a bunch of Make-A-Wishes today and yesterday. So I will give him credit for that. So, hey guys. So I will give him my minute level of credit here. I give the most credit to all of you here today for being here because this is really a fun time hanging out with everybody here. I'll take Dara credit. By the way, gee, before I forget, remember I got to get a hold of you here for something. Was that popcorn or was that dill pickle chips? This is Canada. Uh-oh, production truck. Production area. I'm assuming this is where Big Bill is. You're not going to get much room for catering here, and I got money on Dill. I'm with you. Uh-oh, hot coffee. It's a hot coffee mod going on here. They're going to fight with the horses like Terry Funk? Maybe. Oh, there's Bill. Coming out of the washroom as always. Now, here's the important question. Did he wash his hands? Did he wash his hands? That's the question. Safety hazard. The forklift should have its load lowered. Absolutely. Thanks, Martha. Now that fork... Oh, God. What are they doing? Mo Jabari on my screen. Oh, my God. Mo Jabari on my screen. There you go. Sorry, Mo Jabari is a local wrestler, and he's been trained by Bret Hart. We're just going to put him through a random wall. Samoa Joe at a forklift match? And everybody's like, where the hell is he? Yeah, that was Cole Cabana. Well, what was that random wall there? Are they helping start the demo of the dome? Maybe. Is Jericho Forlick certified? I doubt it. As we switch to... maybe it's just me, but is that another segment that we're just like...
What the hell is that?
I don't know. It didn't really get into that next gear after that all finished. As a certified forklift operator, it's not hard, so maybe... I doubt it. But still, like, is it just me, or did that just not get to a new level like it should have? Like, for me, I think it should have been a little bit more... climactic. If it's a way to write off Joe for a few weeks, fine. Go, shit. But, yeah, like... I don't know, to me, it just... Jericho's a very take it or leave it kind of person. It had no real payoff, and yeah, it's just like... If you're going to do a payoff like that, do it in front of the people. Don't do it behind the scenes like that, where people got to watch it on a screen. Yes, it shows that Joe's demented. That's something I think we already knew already, so... But, yeah, just to... Since I was talking about this last commercial break, I just want to quickly update you guys. We are doing the... for me on the gaming channel, I'm doing a 5 things fighting game fans can look forward to this year. Video coming up here, hopefully the week of EVO. And then the week between All Out and All In, that first week of September. Tentatively have that booked for the release of the How the Ref Would Book Challenge. I just sent out the details Sunday to Vic and Kayla J here, so. Oh no, Joe went through drywall. Wish he was Shockmaster. Yeah, Habit's like a little bit better than that, but at least put him in a hockey net or something, or. Maybe Joe will come out in a Shockmaster costume later. What I'd like to see is after the break, Joe just comes out and starts running after Jericho. Because I'm telling you right now, look, none of it, like, they're trying to do shock moments and I'm still not getting anything out of this. And that's what that's what I've been trying to say from the beginning about Jericho. Like, can he be good on the mic? Yes. Can he tell a good story? Yes. Can he wrestle? Fuck no. Hockey net, I would assume hockey was good. No. Zodiac, it means hockey. The hockey nets are barely used in Calgary. Well, at least one of them. Oh, God. Joe getting fit into an ambulance. This is the Alberta healthcare system. There is no freaking way they're getting away that quick. I begrudgingly respect but resent that comment. Yeah, but I'm not wrong. Still keep forgetting it's still daylight your way? Yeah. Joel will be seen at Wembley. That's 2 months away. We'll see him then. No entrances for our next match. That's hilarious. Hashtag for the sickos. Joe will be seen by the medical staff in 3 months. Fair enough. So we got Fletcher, Ishii, Castagnoli, and Pac. No entrances. Let's just fight. Just bulls going at it here. Let's go. And Fletcher's a dead man. Jericho went overtime again. Wouldn't surprise me. Honestly, Jericho being out there for longer than 5 minutes is too much time for me right now. Seriously needs to, they really do need to clean that up a fair bit. Nice to see Pac back up here and running the way he is. But yeah, so just so you know, they're taping tonight and they're also taping Saturday's Collision. Friday's Rampage was taped after Collision last Saturday. So they were doing a double taping in Memphis, but that was a Collision Rampage. So people that... Because the last time they did it in Calgary, they actually tried to do the 7-hour taping in Calgary, which included ROH, which included Rampage, which included Collision and Dynamite. Well, to say that it was a long night would be putting it politely. It was almost as bad as your regular... Look at Claudio just woof. So I guess Claudio was out shopping for cowboy hats all day today. Claudio going for the spasm move to show off there. All right, got a little picture action going on here. Yeah, because I think the last thing they want to do today is take out the Mercedes celebration, because you know you're going to hear about it if that happens. They are probably going to be allowed to go overtime tonight, as usual, for our main event, but how much do you want to go over? And that CEO segment might take 5 minutes. It could take 20, knowing the way she goes. And especially now that she can take credit for Stephanie Vaquer siding with WWE today. Yeah, if you haven't heard, NXT now has 3 huge signings in the bullpen waiting to be announced. Stephanie Vaquer from Chile via CMLL. Delta, based out of Australia. And Julia out of Japan. By way of Italy? Or Italy by way of Japan, I do believe. But yeah, all 3 of them are signed. Just waiting for debut moments and whatnot. Vaquer was announced earlier today by Shawn Michaels rather than the company. So looks like she's going to be ending up going to NXT for a bit, which I think it makes sense for all 3 of them to go there because, well, wrestling in WWE is a different beast. Hell, wrestling in North America is a different beast. Give them some time, even if it's limited in NXT. And let's face it, the NXT roster is probably the most stacked women's roster we got right now. And yes, I do understand that there's a stacked roster over in TNA as well. And AEW. It's all about how you're going to book them now at this point. We've already seen that with WWE. Like with the Raw and SmackDown, if you don't know how to book, doesn't matter how many women you got on your roster. Because right now, they're starting to get a second feud going. But I will admit, it was pretty cool to see that Rhea segment last night, or Monday night. And watching Dom be the sniveling coward that he always is.
Contain coarse language and scenes of violence that could be disturbing to some viewers. Discretion is advised.
Yeah, so I wasn't streaming on Monday because I was actually recording that episode for Remember the Game, so I got a chance to watch Raw without any interruptions there. Usually don't do a whole lot, but when it's in Canada, you try to make the exception because they usually got to have a little bigger show for it. Sort of like what they're doing tonight. Saturday's going to be a lot of fun. I don't know 100% of the card yet, but it's all about the bookie. They're already screwing up Lyra Valkyrie. I don't know if they're screwing her up yet. One bad showing, maybe. I think Lyra will be fine. Just takes a little bit of time and... Jesus! This match just hit a new gear. No, I think she'll be fine. I want to see Fletcher win this, so it's got to be Fletcher versus Ospreay. Worried about dragging it? I wouldn't be. Ishii kicked out at like 2.98. To be perfectly honest, I think he kicked out at 3.01, but that's just me. McGee, don't be worried about Dragunov. You're going to get Dragunov, Gunther, and Germany. And the whole world's going to go absolutely batshit for it. Bash in Berlin is that week between All In and All Out. I'll almost guarantee you that's the match they're going to set up out there. Like, I love Damien, but unfortunately Damien's losing that title at SummerSlam. And then they're going to have a... They'll probably end up with a number one contenders match or something. And Damien's going to be worried about Finn because that's who's going to ultimately ruin it for him. I think he goes to Mania. I think he does get a chance to main event Mania. I don't think that's going to be the title that's going to be cashed in with the Rumble winner. Oh, now Fletcher taps out. That looked a little weird, but it'll work. Jesus! Fletcher's eating everything here. Like I said, I'd love to see Kyle Fletcher win because then we get Fletcher versus Ospreay. And this is where Don Callis calls for his favor. Finisher number 3. Oh God, here we go. And Ishii gets dumped. Claudio gets dumped. All right, we're getting into high gear here. No, do not do 2 inside cradles in one night. We've already had one. We could get Pac versus Ospreay. I'll take that with my money. All right, we get Pac and Ospreay. Or Pac MJF. I still think we get Pac and Ospreay, which, yeah, I'll let them take my money. And Claudio's like, God damn, I missed again. All right, let's hear it. Let's hear it, Pac.
Safe to say, things have not been going well for me recently. Since returning to AEW in March, I have made many bold promises, and I have suffered many humiliating failures.
Yes, you have. Now that I think about it, Isn't the original thing we were talking about? If we were going to get Ricochet, we were going to get Ospreay and Pac. So this actually makes sense. If we could get those two as a Wembley match, yeah, let's go. Oh, all right, what's her name got? It's got Daniel. She got Danielson.
Danielson has won the Owen Hart Foundation tournament, now moving on to Wembley, where he's... Excuse me, Hangman. Hangman, excuse me. If I could give a little bit of respect to what I'm trying to do here, too, I'd appreciate it.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, that's a face-off I like to see.
Fancy seeing you here. Anything we can do for your Hangman? I'll do it.
Funny how that works.
I think we're gonna be just fine.
If you don't know what that means, you're an idiot. So now, yeah, just like we talked last week, Swerve gets his way into the Blood and Guts match, and now we get Hangman in there as the fifth man. So yeah, the excuse for this segment is Britt came out and ruined one of my segments for a championship. Well, I got 2 championships, so I get two different celebrations. Okay. Does Darby come back to get his revenge against the Bucks? I don't know. He literally has back issues from what I heard, so... And he wasn't even close to coming back when he showed up for that match. So what happened? They couldn't afford balloons in Calgary or what? Pretty sure he has everything issues. I love the coordinated booing from Calgary. At least I got a little bit of respect for them. You completely suck.
I am so honored to be here with United to celebrate my history-making double championship victory. And huge shout out to my boys, my EVPs, Nicholas and Matthew Jackson, for the extra security tonight. Because one thing for sure, I will not be interrupted.
You know when somebody says something like that, it always seems to happen.
Before we celebrate, I want to set the record straight about the past, the present, and the future. Because these 2 titles, and everybody here knows that I am the past, the present, and the future.
The best there is, the best there was, the best ever will be.
Best there is, and the best.
Oh my God, she used it. She used it. That's, yeah. Tony said it perfectly. It's sacrilegious in this town.
Well, Britt, you better wake up from your stupid little fantasy about facing me at All In. Because that's not going to happen. Because if you did face me in the ring, I would leave you with way more than a couple herniated discs and a stroke. I would leave you for dead, bitch. So, Calgary and everybody,
Please have Jamie Baker just randomly or Jamie Hayter show up.
grab your glass. Let's pour a little.
Granted, everybody in Calgary doesn't usually have a glass in their hand.
Let's raise it up to the greatest of all time, the history maker, the star maker.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. What's that thing they said about getting no reaction versus, yeah. And Britt's got the great cowboy. Oh, which local wrestlers are dying here? That's the question I'm looking at. Oh, they got Michael Richard Clark on security. I love the fact that, you know, Britt is on top of her game right off the bat here. Britt's win that title at Wembley. I'd almost guarantee it. See, if I was Britt right now to get over the crowd, just grab the ball and just start chugging. It's only iced tea. All right, we got our main event now. Chug! She probably would too, just for the hell of it. All right, we get to our commercial break here. So the advantage for Canadians this week is because since Collision is in Calgary this week and going to be filmed, they're actually going to have Collision on the actual TSN feed rather than having to find that stupid app. So hopefully things will run a little smoother, but granted, this is the last break before the main event. Let me just throw the 1 minute ad up here, just because it's going to come up anyway. But for those still here and those checking things out, once again, thank you everybody. We're going to be back here tomorrow morning with some Tears of the Kingdom. We are getting very close to finishing off Tears of the Kingdom completely. Hopefully your ball tournament's done by then. Yeah. It's going to be 8 o'clock, so who knows at this point. So hopefully you get a chance to see it. I'll be here with Tears of the Kingdom tomorrow morning. No stream Friday. Saturday we'll be here with AEW Collision from Calgary. But don't forget, tonight, after we're done here, we're going to go for about a 3-4 minute break. I got to reload my drinks because it's still in 90s here. And got to get the Xbox fired up. We're going to be playing a little WWE 2K24 GM mode week 2 today. Week 3 on Saturday. So make sure you join me for both of those. And then there's no wrestling going on Sunday from what I gather at this point. So we will... I'll make sure we get on here on Sunday as well. It's been a while since we run a good Sunday excitement here. I'm going to throw it up in the air. Now, chat, I do have one question for you, and I just asked because you guys are, in terms of the content here, you guys are pretty much most attentive to it. For this Tears of the Kingdom run, I'm looking at what's going on here, and we are basically 2 full streams away from finishing the game. We got to go clear up the Deku Tree, get the Master Sword in 1. And then the last one I'm going to dedicate just to take out Ganondorf altogether. I'm wondering if I'm a little underpowered to get to finish off Ganondorf. Would you guys be interested in some streams of me hopping into the depths? I usually do that grinding off stream. It's not usually too glamorous in terms of trying to build stuff up and whatnot. I got to get some shrines done and all that to get some hearts up and hopefully have everything powered up. I'm going to see what it feels like after we're done tomorrow. Would you want to see it just a grinding stream, or would you like me to put something else on while I get myself ground up? All right, I'll shut up. Mitchie. Let it ride? All right. With the grind as well? All right. Well, now we got Perry next. Well, let's face it, Darby's in the cage. Blood and Guts in 2 weeks. They're only 2 weeks away, so it's not like they got a lot of time to pick these up. And then they got 2 spots left, which they're probably going to announce next week. And if I would love for all the reports to be false here, that a lot of people have been crapping on Sean Ross Sapp for coming up with reports he never come up with. If they could get the Motor City Machine Guns to debut on that Blood and Guts match, I would consider that one of the biggest wins, period. Because it would be a legitimate surprise, as well as having a way to tell off all the... Oh, and look at Willow honoring Owen with her outfit. Enough is enough, and it's time for a change. Too bad that music's licensed to WWE, or else they use it. Then, of course, Mariah's in the pink and black, which makes sense. It's amazing how many people know and respect Owen as much as they do here. And she couldn't do the stardom dance as part of this? Come on now. That's why Willow had to win at Forbidden Door. TK doesn't allow wrestlers to lose at home. TK say we got, or Tony Schiavone say we got to overrun. Well, at least he's not like his shitman brother. Surprised we haven't heard that reference sometimes, so.
1 year ago, she could do it tonight in Calgary, in the birthplace, the hometown of Owen Hart and the Owen Hart Foundation and fans to learn more about the mission and the message.
One thing I do appreciate here right now is the fact that the women don't have nobody's leaving. It's the main event. Nobody's leaving their seats. Like, you would always have that. Now Jericho seems to conveniently fit that spot very well now, which I'm very happy for. So, folks, who do you got in the chat? Like, I won't put a poll up, but just throw it out there. Who do you got winning this one? Is it the obvious pick of Mariah? Or is it Willow? Like, Willow's got a great story here about this. Mariah! I think it makes too much sense to have Mariah there. I think it's a smart pick. It's a safe pick. And Willow's gotten so many championships already. It'd be nice to get others to have it as well. Yeah, because of the depends on the ready to pull the trigger on the Mariah Storm split. I think they are. And the other story that came up this week, and if you didn't hear about it today, Willow is part of the CMLL show coming up this Saturday. to take over as new CMLL champion. She's part of a triple threat match for that championship because Stephanie Vacker relinquished her title. So Willow's coming out to cover a spot in that triple threat match. Sometimes the smartest pick is the obvious pick because it is obvious. Shout out to Simon Miller on that one. It's the only thing I get upset about right now is the fact that it's so hot here. I didn't get a chance to really get in here, and I want to do a lot of work on my stream deck and setup here today, or this week. But as hot as it is, you just can't do anything right now. 2 plus 2 is potato! So I wonder if Haktua Girl is in attendance tonight. Because Haktua Girl is apparently in Calgary. That's what I forgot about. Tommy Billington and Takeshita tonight. Saturday. That's the match that I saw that was signed. That's going to be fun. Willow, okay. Oh, so that's opening the program. And Swerve and Okada are going to... I'm assuming it's Swerve and Okada for the first Instant Shenanigans. I think for some way it is... I think it's for the advantage in the Blood and Guts match. So I don't know how much shenanigans you get to finish it. It's going to get stupid, yes. You can see Tony looks so upset right now. I would think he'd be upset regardless of which opponent it is, because, you know, that girl right there, that Mariah, she's going to be your opponent if she wins. Like, I guess she thinks that they're going to have some grandioso match coming up or something. I would love to see Mariah turn on Tony tonight. Say, thanks for getting me to the position where I need to go, bitch. I'm done. It's what I've always thought the best story would be, but... As Willow's taking control here. No, I like the fact that, you know, no matter what station you turn to when there's wrestling on, you're going to see a good product now. Like, we could say for a while there that it was going to be a little rough watching a few of these programs. Even NXT, while we understand it's a developmental brand and they've had some good matches, they've also had some very iffy matches. Well, they're starting to get to the point now where those iffy matches are not there anymore. And if every show is leveling the playing field, it just comes straight down to booking, and I think booking's fantastic in spots, absolutely horrible in others. Did you guys hear about Kalani Jordan and Sol Ruka from Sunday? They literally went move for move from the Ospreay Ricochet match from 2017 just as a tribute to start the match. And Alvarez just said it was absolutely horrible what kind of gymnastics they were doing rather than actually wrestling. Yeah, go up and check Ricochet's page. Sol Ruka and Kalani Jordan actually went move for move with their limitations. And yeah, Alvarez is Alvarez is an idiot. Meltzer, I think he said something similar. But yeah, they literally showed him after that it was literally move for move what they gave a 5-star match for. And it just... it makes you remember that, you know, don't worry about ratings. Just worry if you enjoy a match or not. Expect that from my dirty Uncle Melts. Yeah, like, but Alvarez did the same thing. And actually, the comments originated from Alvarez. Nice little DDT there. The one thing about Willow is she's actually one of those original ones that came off of Dark, right? Like Mariah made her name in Europe and whatnot, and Japan and Stardom. Willow is probably as close as you can get to a homegrown talent. Because they don't really have a farm system anymore, right? Outside of ROH, which really is not turning into that anymore. Just do it properly. That's all we ask.
She took a moment to absorb the scene here in Calgary, and that allowed Mariah an opportunity to fight her way out. I think Tony Storm would like to see it. She loves Mariah so much. She wants Mariah to face her.
Nice German suplex there. Statlander right there too. She's been around forever. Yeah, that's fair. Like that whole crop right there, Julia Hart, Statlander, Willow Nightengale. I don't know what's going on with Julia, whether she's going to go join Lexus or not, but for some reason that just popped out of nowhere when there was a big push for that to happen there, like having a contract run out or something. Ooh, that gotta hurt. Double chest slap. And whatever Penelope Cruz come back, please don't forget Anna Jay. Yeah, like, they have their crop. Like, of course, they had their established group that came in to start things off, like Hikaru Shida, Riho, Britt Baker, of course. Fisherman Bob, okay. Nyla Rose, yeah, she would be one of development because prior to that, she really wasn't she. Oh, what a reversal! But no, good on Nyla. Like, she's actually been a staple there. There's been some other ones that... Shenanigans! That was Stokely in the hoodie! Oh, shenanigans. All right, that's gotta suck. There's the knee. Willow kicks out at 2, okay. Can't get her up and oh. Tony's like in shock here. Oh, what a clothesline! And Mariah's barely kicking out of these two. Now they're starting to hit a bit of a pressure point here now that... Uh-oh. Straps her down! Oh my, no way. Roll through! That's an Owen finish! That's an Owen finish! That's a Bret Hart finish. What am I talking about? That's SummerSlam 92 in London. Except the fact the roll through actually went through. Willow just shook the head, pieced out. Wonder what's going to happen when they finally realize they have to face each other. So they're going to finish the story, Mariah. Why would Tony be happy? That's like, I get it. You're happy for your friend. That's what I was looking for. I told everyone. I told the world. Mariah's gonna turn. She dropped the strap. She tried to go for a couple moves. She was gonna go for a power bomb, but Mariah rolled through and got the pin. Oh my God, Storm's bleeding. Luther through the table. This is so simple. Tony's going to be the immaculate baby face. Mariah May, thank you. I used you to get to the top, but now I have to rip you apart. Oh my goodness. Wow. They are not lightening up. Whoa. Get her, Aubrey. Get her, Aubrey. Oh. Ending the show on you sick fuck, Chance. Yeah, Vic, thank you. Tony Khan did do right here. Because this has been one of the biggest storylines that we've seen, right? They didn't censor it either? No. No, in Canada, they're a little lazy about the censor buttons, so when they're in Canada, they can't get to it as quick, so. No, that definitely, this is like, if you go through everything, as we're going through AEW right now, TK is great about stories, right? Well, what's the biggest story we got in wrestling right now? What is the biggest story we had at Forbidden Door? It was Mina Shirakawa and Tony Storm. That fight right there and the whole Mariah thing. That was the thing that get the most pop-ins going on. By the way, Crowder, good to see you here. This was an absolutely amazing night of Dynamite. Except for the fact Jericho won by giving Samoa Joe the Shockmaster treatment. But get to that in a second here because we just came off a huge. Remember, you don't lose in your hometown at AEW. Here's the problem, Zodiac. We got hometown versus hometown. That Drago face at the end. Are you talking about that little hologram thing? Apparently that is a AAA wrestler, Asani, I believe his name is. That little graphic we saw at the end of Collision last week. That little quick video everybody say was Ricochet. It's not. It's a Mexican wrestler known as Asani there in AAA. So. But yeah, tonight, like this main event here with Mariah May and Willow Nightengale, perfect story told. And I think it makes sense that Mariah is the one that turned on Tony for the fact that Tony is such a babyface, period. And Mariah, she never really wanted to be there, right? Takes off Valkyrie's side with WWE. Good on Tony taking the risk of bringing her in to work Mone. WWE saw what they had and scooped up before TK signed her. So good on her. Hope she has a good time in the Performance Center. Along with Delta from Australia and Julia. And I hope she does well. And if she does it, I'm sure the TK will be more than willing to take her. So, yeah, we talked about during the show, but that basically is a quick Coles notes exactly what I thought about that. But this here with Mariah, I hope she does win at Wembley. I think it's going to be one of those where nobody's going to lose in terms of that. The fact that we're getting MJF and Ospreay coming up next week instead of Wembley sort of tells me that we're going to be getting Pac versus Ospreay at Wembley after that. I don't know if I see MJF winning that match. I see MJF maybe ended up getting Garcia at that match. We'll see how that goes. In terms of the other ones, yeah, if you didn't know, Pac won a 4-way challenge today, 4-way international challenge. Winner got an international title shot coming up. So we're almost assuming it's going to be Pac Ospreay coming up at Wembley. The men's match took about half an hour. It was a ref bump. Jeff Jarrett taking over as referee, and Danielson getting a technical pin on Hangman. Hangman went nuts. Swerve came out after the match and congratulated Danielson, and then announced that he's going to be a member of TAEW for Blood and Guts in 2 weeks. So Hangman's gone to the Bucks and said he's in for Team Elite, which I think we called him about 6 years ago. Other matches. We only had the 4 matches tonight. Baker came out and ruined Mercedes' second celebration. Yeah, I tried to block that match out of my mind, but Samoa Joe versus Chris Jericho in a stadium street fight. Went Joe's way until they went to the back. Big Bill was hiding in a bathroom, came out with a chair, hit Joe. Keith and Joe got knocked around. Got put on a forklift, and Jericho drove the forklift through some drywall. And apparently Joe was in no condition to continue and was sent to the hospital. The best part about that whole segment was the fact that Mo Jabari was trying to be the man of reason, trying to tell Jericho to stop. So, totally unrelated, but Mansoor has the best nickname at AEW ROH now. What has he got? By the way, shout out to Mansoor and Mace for signing with ROH officially. The announcement came out today. And also Mansoor, the Iron Chick. Nice. Mansoor did a diss rap because, well, the Acclaim did one today and nobody really cared. I think it's the best way to put that. Right before the they put the diss track from the Acclaimed on right before the Samoa Joe Jericho match. So basically it turned into an elongated pee break for everybody. Really disgusting, I think is the best way to put it. So no, all in all, you start your show great, you end your show, and Ospreay calling out Jericho. Calgary fans giving a left nut chant. Cheer to Ospreay, as Ospreay said his left nut had more talent than all of MJF. So shout out to Will Ospreay's left nut. And other than that, just a fantastic I'd have to say one of the better Dynamites with everything that went on today and all the doom and gloom everybody had about, Vacker siding with WWE and all the rumors about the Mercy machine guns now going there. And just the total doom and gloom that everybody's had online the last few days. It's nice to see Dynamite just show up and just be a great show. With the roster that they have and how everything worked well there, so I hope that everything continues well for it, and next week's going to be even more fun. We get to open up the show. We're getting Ospreay and MJF, and our main event's going to be Swerve Strickland and Kazuchika Okada. Like, you tell me that isn't a bookend of a great show coming up. So.